Yeah, I'm sure Druid will have some good builds. There's so many different builds that it's going to be at least one or two that are good, right? Guarantee it.
I'm not ready yet.
Same with Rogue.
I need more time.
You're planning rabies, Debronsky? Sick. Yeah, rabies. I mean, I like rabies in D2. Well, more in PD2. Not very good in D2. Don't know what it's like in D4. Haven't seen any rabies druids. I have mana. The wrong ring on. Yeah, there we go. Kind of swap between Umbral and Prodigy. I feel like Umbral's better for general use, Prodigy's better for bosses.
I need time to prepare
You
that.
don't really have mana issues on this build at all. With Umbral, and also what's the Static Surge? Legendary node. Restore mana when I stun enemies. That one's really nice. Ooh, that leg spike. Travel to the Queen's Den. Alright, this is in the middle. Boss. Put this ring on. Alright, boss time. So yeah, for this build, you just want to build up the stagger on the bosses. And spam eye shards. Usually you can kill within one stagger, around about T60. But yeah, I'll go over the build. Go over the gear and the build. We'll make a YouTube vid out of this run. So yeah, I mean, it's like the same setup as Ice Shards, really. Same like stats that you're aiming for, really. The aspects are a little different. But yeah, I'd say these are probably the four best stats for Helm. Lucky hit with barrier, cooldown reduction, armor, X mana. And then yeah, the Frost Nova aspect, Frost Blitz, obviously Riment. Control on these gloves, perfectly rolled. All stats, love these gloves. My only perfect item that I'm using. Maybe I'd want something else other than intelligence, like Lucky Hit, or probably Lucky Hit would be the thing I'd prefer. But yeah, obviously intelligence is good anyways. Defensive legs. Disobedience. I need a 0.5% disobedience. legs, but yeah, 4 defensive stats. I feel like dodge chance against close enemies isn't that bad. 12.6%. Boots. They have shared misery on them. You definitely want movement speed. Boots. Definitely want 4 ranks of Frost Nova. Then the other 2 stats you can go for like Flame Shield, Teleport, Mana Cost Reduction, or Intelligence. I like the 3 max charges because I'm running Teleport enchantment along with Ice Shards. So I'm not using any burning stuff. I'm not using Firebolt. I'm not using Devouring Blaze. Yeah. Gotta have the max charges for the Teleport enchantment. For the aspect, I do quite like Shared Misery. It does spread the CC quite nicely. You have some decent lucky hit. I could probably have a little bit more lucky hit on my gear, to be honest. Weapon. Probably the best stats. Vulnerable damage, crit damage, intelligence. And then the 4th stat can kind of be whatever. Damage to stunned is not bad. All stats is fine. All stats is good if it helps you hit a Paragon rare node bonus. And your Frozen Tundra aspect on that for the increased Ice Spike's radius. Offhand, one of my best items, this one. 804 item power, 4 of the best stats. Maybe the 4 best stats, I'm not sure. Maybe you could have something else instead of lucky it with barrier, but yeah. Cooldown reduction, resource generation are probably like the 2 best stats for offhand. And yeah, conceded aspect there. Rings, I sort of I mix it up. So usually for general use, I was saying before, I'll use Umbral, and then for bosses, swap in Prodigies, extra mana. So yeah, the 4 stats you're looking for are these: crit strike chance, crit strike damage, vulnerable damage, and resource generation. 4th best stat in my opinion. Resource generation a lot. And yeah, the ring got a guessing cold on there. Same 4 stats. Amulet's got the glacial aspect on it. The ice spikes damage. You can roll a little bit higher actually if you have like a 18 plus item power. Get up to like 2.3k-ish ice spikes damage. Or even 2.4 for really high item power. And stats, you want cooldown reduction, defensive skills, mana cost reduction, and then the 4th best stat is probably movement speed. Okay, yeah, movement speed. Be ideal instead of damage reduction from distant. Because you don't need Devouring Blaze on the amulet for this build. Nice. So that's the gear and stats and stuff. Yeah, as I said before, Ice Shards and Teleport enchantments. We'll go over the skills. These 2 points don't matter. You can put them in anything. Make a difference. You max out Ice Shards. And take Destructive Ice Shards. Mental Dominance, go into 3 points into there. Nothing in here in Flame Shield or Ice Armor because my amulet gives +3 ranks of all defensive skills, so yeah. Don't need to put hard points into there. So I only have 1 point into Teleport. I take Shimmering Teleport, Max Glass Cannon, Max Frost Nova, Mystical Frost Nova. Of course, take the lucky hit there. 3 points into Protection, super good. That skill right there. I got all of these here. Passives. Barrier Duration, Extra Chill, lucky hit to freeze. Mage's Blizzard. Only 1 point and Blizzard is needed. Not actually a Blizzard that does damage, really. Doesn't do that much damage, it's the Ice Spikes. Do the damage, so you only really need 1 point into that. And yeah, this is not a burning build, so no Devouring Blaze. no source of burning. In all the passives here, I only have 2 points into Frigid Breeze. Shatter. You don't need Avalanche. Don't really have mana issues at all with this build. Because of 2 things. Your ring, so yeah, Umbral here, 4 resource when you crowd control an enemy. That counts as a chill, by the way, so at 1 tick of Blizzard on 1 mob, give you 4 mana. And if you stun a mob with your evade teleport or your regular teleport, then yeah, mana 2. Especially combined with Static Surge, I think it's called. I'll find that. Here, yeah, Static Surge. Stunning close enemies restores 10 mana. This is the Paragon board. In the YouTube video, there'll be a link in the description for the full board. If anyone wants to copy it, you know, just click the link. Bit easier for you. So yeah, Elementalists on the first board. Second board, we have Icefall, which gives us some nice barriers. And Frostbite. Really nice glyph this one. A lot of damage. 160.4% damage to chilled enemies. 54 willpower on this. Yeah, that's a really nice one there. Take the chill application here. Alright, yeah, so that's that board. Next board is Frigid Fate with Tactician. Board is Static Surge, Destruction on there. Board we have Enchantment Master with Exploit. And then board number 6 is Searing Heat with Control. Yeah, that's the build. Anyone has any questions on YouTube, just post in the comments. Yeah, really cool build. I think this is the best build for Season 1 Sorc for dungeon farming. Maybe not for leveling up until like 50, maybe Arclash is better, but yeah. In game and higher level, 60, 70 plus, or tier 4 farming. I feel like this is going to be the best build for Season 1. Better than Ice Shards, I feel. Get better boss damage, better construct damage. Less reliant on your cooldowns. Because for Ice Shards, you pretty much have to have Frost Nova for freezing. But for this, you can get freeze from your Blizzard. Yeah. Pretty cool build. Alright, we'll make a YouTube video out of that. Easy. Hope I didn't forget anything. I guess the stats. I guess maybe we could go over the stats. I mean, stats are a bit scuffed. I think once you're in town, it doesn't display them properly. %48 crit, big crit damage, bone damage, big damage to stun, chilled, and crowd controlled. The defensive stuff. 37% reduction from distant enemies. You still get one shot by corpse bows at about 63-ish, T63 onwards. Yeah, nice mana cost reduction and nice mana generation. They never have mana issues with it up. 4.2% cooldown reduction. Just over 50% lucky hit when I've got a barrier. That could be a little higher. Like maybe I'd have lucky hit my gloves instead of intelligence, and maybe somewhere else as well. But yeah, don't really need it because like, they don't have mana issues.